Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Call 2.0.
Hello, Krista. How are you doing today? We're just playing a replay today, Krista. For now, in the afternoon, we'll have the regular show later on tonight. I hope you'll enjoy it. It's from Thanksgiving about 2 years ago. Hello, here we go. Good to see you. Welcome. Hello, Mississippi. Mississippi said your husband, I think, is trying to gain viewers through shock value. What is he trying to shock people over, Mississippi? What do you think? Who's he trying to shock? CT Clamor, welcome. Good to see you, man. Thank you for coming by. Appreciate you coming. Let me give you a moderator so nobody will time you out accidentally. Been having some problems with that lately. Yeah, I'm having a good day so far. We're just playing a replay today. Hey, Pago. Weren't the Jews and the Nazis on opposite sides of history? I'm lost. Yeah, that's what I thought too, but somebody was calling the Jewish people Nazis, and that's kind of offensive. If a Jewish person is called a Nazi, it's offensive to the Jewish person, Pagel. That's what the problem is. Yeah. Glad to see you come in, though. Glad to see you. Give you a little wrench here for coming in. But we're going to be getting back to the program. Maybe you'll understand when you hear some of the context of the program. It's from a couple years ago. It was pretty interesting at the time. Yeah, it's not used as much these days, but sometimes people use it as a derogatory term. And if you call a Jewish person a Nazi, it is not well taken As a Jewish person myself, I can tell you that. You're at work now, Clamor? Okay. Well, I'm glad you stopped in to say hello. Okay, you'll be at the next show? Okay, good thing. Good to see you. Good to see you, Clamor. Thank you for stopping in. Appreciate it. Here we go. Oh, you're Jewish also? Well, I hope you had a good Rosh Hashanah. Yeah, I hope you did. And Yom Kippur coming up. Okay. Well, I'm going to put the program back on here for everybody. You getting ready to go? No, no. Okay. I'm going to put this stuff together. Okay, thank you. And get a bag. Okay. That is a completely contradictory thing to say. Okay, all right. I'll be right back. Okay, thank you. Hello, Sean the Bread. Hello, Jeannie. I paused the replay for a period of time here. We're in the middle of our replay. We're doing a replay from 2021 around Thanksgiving about a serious subject of anti-Semitism and problems with people calling Jewish people Nazis. So we're going over that. But I'm glad to see everybody come in today. I appreciate all the support and people coming in. I thank you guys for coming in. Glad to see everybody. Panka and Miss Jeannie came in. I hope you're feeling a little bit better today, Jeannie. Krista, glad to see you. You have to get back to work, Panka? Okay. All right. Well, she was up a little earlier in chat talking. Jeannie was. Hey, Krista, I hope I didn't interrupt too horribly bad over in Michelle Marie Delaney's chat, but I had just really, frankly, had it with Noodles Dum Dum over there, and we had to have it out. And I didn't mean to upset Michelle. I hope she's not really badly upset. Yeah. But then he started acting so inappropriately, and Michelle finally timed him out. And first of all, she muted him so we could talk a little bit. And then she timed him out because he was acting so inappropriately in there. Yeah. Hey, Michelle K. Good to see you, hon. Good to see you this morning or this afternoon. Yeah, please tell her I'm sorry. I didn't mean to have her have something happen that would make her upset. But it really had to come out because he kept goading me, and he wanted to make my husband upset and make me try to pay for her and him to do something. I like I said in there, I'd be happy to pay for you and Michelle to go on a spa weekend, but I'm not paying a thin dime for him to get a piece of gum. Not gonna ever. Not going to. That's nothing that's ever going to be repaired because he has been stalking me for 4 years since I broke it off with him. I broke off with him and went away for 2 months. And when I came back, I met Mr. Camillo. And we were very happy together, Krista. I'm really thrilled that I met him. And after we got back together, Mr. Camillo and I, we had a little thing where we announced our being together, and we had a hangout, and people came to it. And who showed up but Noodles? He showed up uninvited, and he comes in there with all our friends around and says, "Well, who would you want to marry, Lolly? Do you want to marry me or Camillo?" And I said, "Well, you just dropped this on my lap all of a sudden, but I love John Camillo, so I would want to marry Camillo." Well, he turned whiter than a sheet of white paper. It was horrifying. You can ask John. And he popped up out of the thing, and then he came back in about 2 minutes later, and he goes, "I hope that you die by gunfire. I hope somebody kills you." He said, "I don't ever want to see you again." I said, "Well, fine. I don't really want to see you again either." But ever since that day, Krista, he has been stalking me every single day, attacking me every single day, insulting me every single day. He terrorizes me in his chat. He makes fun of me. He's got pictures of little animated pictures of me with blood running down my face, with Lolly written beside of it. And if you watch that channel of his for 10 minutes, he cannot stop talking about me, cannot stop insulting me. And it's been going on for over 4 years, Krista. So it's not something that's quickly going to be stopped. Yeah, it's anything to do with her. And I really enjoyed supporting her before, but he pushed me away by all of his insults and hatefulness. And I was really saddened that I couldn't help her because I really enjoyed giving her those beautiful dishes and helping her out with her channel. And I missed it. But I was trying to go over there just when I saw that he wasn't there. But then he's there like most all the time. So I was trying to go in there and just ignore him and, do what I can do for her. But then he's making fun of my support for her. And that's not right because I'm giving my hard earned dollars, to help her channel and help her. And then I gave her the money like for that one day to help her with her computer. And then he went and told my boyfriend that I gave him all that money and he spent it on cigars and weed and pizza and ice cream. And that wasn't the case. Michelle used it for her computer, as you know, like she and I agreed upon. Michelle and I were good. We understood each other. But he was trying to cause problems with me and my husband and tell him that he spent the money on pizza and ice cream. And then he's trying to start a thing today and say, "Oh, well, you pay for the whole weekend. Give us $200." And I'm like, "I'm not giving you any money for you to spend anything on you. If somebody wants some money, I'll give some money for Krista and Michelle to go spend a spa weekend somewhere, if anything at all." Yeah, I know, Krista. As long as you know, but please explain to Michelle it's nothing about Michelle at all. I love Michelle and her channel and I want to help it grow. And I can coexist there with him as long as he doesn't mention me, he leaves me alone, he doesn't insult me openly, because I'm not going to let him run me off again. Like Michelle said, he has run several other supporters off, and I'm not going to let him run me off again. Because he ran me off again, and I stayed away for a long while. But I'm back, and he's not going to run me off again. Okay. Yes, Michelle is a great person, and she deserves to have supporters. And he shouldn't be able to run somebody off because he had a previous relationship with him, and he's not in good terms with him now. He shouldn't be allowed to run them off and keep them from supporting her channel. Because seriously, I almost completely stopped everything the other time when he started trying to cause a problem with my husband and I over that money for the computer. He was trying to cause problems between me and my husband about that money. It was none of his business. That was the money I gave Michelle to pay her computer payment. Nothing to do with him whatsoever. But he tried to always, "Oh, I'm just joking." Well, no, you're not joking. He was purposely trying to cause trouble and make my husband jealous, which he knew it would. And it did. It did. And I had to try to smooth it over. And I don't want any trouble like that again. So I'd appreciate it if you tell Michelle that. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I appreciate you, Krista. Michelle, I know she's a great person and she deserves support and help with her channel. And as long as he can leave me alone, stop mentioning my name, stop talking about me, stop saying my name, there's no reason for him to mention me at all. Thank you, Krista, for letting me tell you that. Yeah, I know. She told me she paid her thing. She said well, she would send me the receipt. I said, "Well, no, I trust you. You told me you paid it. I believe you." And then I went ahead and sent her the money for the next month, so she'll be caught up on the second month as well. Because I wanted her to know that she and I are good, and what he says is irrelevant to me. He's irrelevant to me. He's a loser, and I don't care about him. I don't even think of him. But he was saying some really horrible things today, which didn't mean anything to me. Yes, that's right. He wanted to cause trouble between me and my husband because he doesn't have me. Yes, that's it. Yes, please speak to her and try to smooth it over because I felt bad that he upset her so much. I felt bad. And then did you hear him that one time he said, Michelle, pick between me. Pick right now, me or Lolly. I thought, oh my God. That reminded me when he told me that told her that to pick John had to pick John needed to pick between he needed to pick Lolly or me. I'm like, this is crazy. Sounded like deja vu. And then he kept saying that all these things that I'm a swatter. There's no I've never swatted anyone in my life, Krista. I've never done it. Oh, he's got a film. It will play your film. There is no evidence of anything on any film. And he said, oh, she's buying subs. Well, first of all, Krista, it's not against terms of service to buy subs, but I haven't ever bought any subs for John or myself, and I certainly wouldn't buy any for her. But it's not even against terms of service to do so. But then he's going to sit over there and say, "Oh, she swatted people." No, I didn't. He's slandering me in her chat. He needs to quit talking about me. Quit saying the word lolly in anything because you don't know what you're talking about, and it's not right what you're saying. You know, you do a live stream at 8:30 morning on Monday. Okay, well, I'll try to come to it, Chris, because I'm usually up at that time. I'll try to come and speak in your live stream if you'll have me there. Yeah, sounds good. Okay, sounds perfect, Krista. No, because I was at my counseling appointment, but I will talk to her about things and bring it up because Michelle's my best friend, and I don't want her to be have to pick between anybody. If she likes you both, that's okay, but he has to grow up. Yeah, I'm not asking for him to do anything other than not to mention me, not to speak of me, not to address me. There's no need. We don't have to speak to each other. I don't have to speak to him. I'm an adult and I can sit in there and be civil and not even talk about him or speak to him. I know he's real hard for him to act like an adult, but he's going to have to try to act like an adult and respect Michelle's chat because I'm going to be in there. I am going to be in there. So he's going to have to act like an adult and just don't address me, don't insult me, don't say anything about me. And that way we can get along, both of us in the same chat. That's the only way it's going to work, Krista. So perhaps you can mention that to her to tell him or something. Because I want to be there. I want to continue to support the chat. And I'm not going to be run off by him again. Not going to be. No, I'm not. Yeah. Well, I'm going to put this replay back on, Krista. I'm so glad you came in. I wanted to talk to you, and I'm glad you came in. Good thing to see you. I'm going to put this back so we can finish this replay. Thank you for coming in, Krista. Let me put this back on. Hello, Kinky Kim. How are you? You know why he's saying you should pick between you and him is because he started taking out spending money on her. I'm not sure what that means. He seems very controlling. Yeah, yeah, he seems very controlling. That's true. He says he's dating Bianca. Oh, is he dating Bianca again? I thought they had broken up. Maybe not. No, John is not dating Bianca. Noodles is dating Bianca. John and I got married. Kinky Kim. We got married last fall. We just announced it last week on the Bianca show. Yeah, that makes a lot of more sense, doesn't it? Yeah, she's talking about Noodles. Yeah. Thank you, Kinky Kim. We're very happy. We've been together more than 4.5 years. We're coming up on our 5th year anniversary together. So yeah, we're very happy together. We are. We're happy together. No, Krista is trying to help mediate. Noodles was trying to cause trouble between my husband and myself because I was trying to support Michelle Marie Delaney's channel, and I gave her some money to pay on her computer bill. She got real happily bought a Apple computer and she put it on her credit card and she was having to pay it off, and I offered to help her pay off her computer bill. So I gave her some money to pay her installment this month. And so Noodles went over to see her for the weekend, and he told my husband John that the money I gave her for the computer, that he took it and they went and ate lunch and went and bought weed and got cigars and ice cream and pizza, and he rubbed it into my husband's, who is slightly jealous of him, because I don't know if you knew it or not, Kinky Kim, but Noodles and I previously had a relationship before I started dating my husband John, um, and I broke it off, and I was not with anybody for 2 months, and then I met John, and so he's really jealous of Noodles, and so but Noodles takes advantage of that fact, and so when I gave some money to Michelle, knowing that she would do the right thing, like I said, and just use the money and pay. And she did. She paid her computer bill on her credit card. But he went on his YouTube show and said, "Oh, John, I want to thank you and Lolly for the money that you gave me, because we went and spent it on all this stuff." And it just tried to cause trouble. Yes, exactly. Noodles is shit. He's a shithead, that's for sure. And then he's going around saying that I'm a squatter and this and stuff. And he went on Michelle's show. He was saying all this crazy stuff. And then he told Michelle she was going to have to pick between Michelle was going to have to pick between Noodles and myself. No, she doesn't have to pick between anybody. I can be a supporter at Michelle's show, and I can show up there and talk to her on her panel. And he's it's not going to be in there and be insulting me. Michelle ended up herself timing him out because of all of his insults. She had to mute him and time him out. And, we're all adults. And all I ask is for him to not insult me, not address me, period. That's all he's got to do. And I can be in there and not really not address him and not even talk to him. We can both be in there and both of us can be supportive of Nicole in whatever way we wish. Because I was there before Kinky Kim and gave her a bunch of different things. I gave her a real pretty set of dishes, some different things for her channel, supportive. But then he ran me off by being hateful and mean and insulting to me, and it just turned me off, and I left. And my support for her and her channel stopped. And I don't think that's really fair to Michelle because I really do like her, and I think she does good work at her channel. So I came back, and he's again trying to push me away, saying I drink pee, and saying I'm a swatter, I'm a doxer, which none of the things are true. Yeah, it's not fair. That's right. So I'm not going to be pushed away, and we had it out today on her channel. I hated for it to happen like that, but it had to come to a head at some point because I'm not going to be pushed away again. So that's what happened. Yeah, that's what he was trying to say I did. How hateful is that? I guess he thought I would run away screaming. I didn't. He's a loser. He's a loser. He's a narcissistic psychopath. And then he says, and when she muted him and timed him out, he says, "Well, I'm going to go over and go on my channel and provide the evidence." Well, I didn't see him go live, so I guess he doesn't have the evidence. No, he doesn't, because there is none. He's a loser. He's got one video of me and John Camillo and Botter from 3 years ago when we did a wellness check on our friend Mark Terry, and got him some help on July 4th. And he insists that that means that I'm a serial swatter. When the truth is, John John and myself were just trying to get him help, and we did get him some mental health, which helped him out. But the truth is, all this time, Noodles has been swatting himself, and it's probably one of or the main botter all along. Because this thing with this 14-year-old kid they said was found to be botter was a kid that they got to that was willing to be paid off to plead out to be botter, so the actual botter, which was Noodles and or a couple other people, would be free to go on about their activity. They lay low for a while, but now they're gearing back up. And the guy wrote the little 14-year-old kid wrote a couple essays. The family got some money. The kid and the family got money, and everybody's happy. And Tony Stark was acting like he's a big hero. Well, he's not a hero. He's a loser. He's a zero hero. So anyway, next. I'm tired of that. But anyway, that's what happened. Yeah. Good. I'm glad you came by, Kinky Kim. Good to see you. I always have liked you. Yeah. Yep. John makes me happy. Krista, he does. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna put this on so we can hear the end of this replay, so we can get this done with. We'll be back to regular scheduled programming shortly. I agree. Noodles is crazy. He's a lunatic. Well, this ends the replay of our program previously from Thanksgiving of 2021. And I thank everyone for coming in and listening again to our program. We thank everybody for coming today. And we hope you come back later on tonight. We'll have a late night program tonight, probably. And we will invite everyone to come back and join us again tonight. Thank you, everyone, for joining. And we appreciate all your support and love and help and support, and we appreciate you. And we'll see you back tonight. Thank you. Thank you, and we'll see you tonight. Good night.